Welcome back. This time, instead of having a Nissan Patrol behind me, I've got my 2005 Toyota LandCruiser. So this right here is my Toyota LandCruiser. Now, to be correct, it is called a LandCruiser Amazon in the UK or 100 series anywhere else on the planet. And it looks like this because it does need a full respray. So this is what it looks like at the moment, but it actually used to look like a normal car till about a few days back when I decided to fully strip it to get it prepped for paint. You might be wondering why, but that's simply because all the panels were mismatched and I had to do some rust repairs on the quarter panel, which I'll show you in a second. Now the engine. So this is the very well known FT engine. It's a 6-cylinder, turbocharged, and it's a 4.2 diesel, right? As you can see, lovely sticker that says 1HDFTE. Now this is a very, very reliable engine, or at least they're known to be reliable. But I did have some issues when it was supposed to be reliable, and sadly, this happened. So these are my pistons, and you may be wondering why. On a road trip in Italy, this exact car decided to continuously overheat, over and over again, over the course of a couple of days. And although I tried to kind of save it, the oil got thinned out and it started knocking. It spun out a big end bearing and the rest is history. But we have a new FTE out of a Japanese import, and as you can see, this one does not come with the actual preheater that is normally there. I did an EGR delete, and the blanking plate is over there. I had all of this prepped and it got painted, as you can see. Everything in the engine bay was cleaned and then painted in Raptor, and the car will follow soon. That's why I've started stripping everything at the moment. So as you can see, it's a pretty tidy car because it had a lot of love. The seats are not too bad. I had them washed out, conditioned. I even dyed the carpet a different grey so it matches. And I did some repairs in the quarter panel. This is not the final form. This was whatever I could rush to get it welded back up in one piece and kind of just put it back together before we had to leave to go to Italy. Now, as you can see, this quarter panel had a bit of love. I had to chop it from that section all the way there. You can see where that line is. And had to fully replace it because it was rotting from the inside out due to a minor incident it had on that quarter. I can see that this line is almost bang on, although I have to use a bit of filler and get this a bit more crisp, let's say. And then this entire corner was fully redone. This was missing till about, where was it? Let's see. Yeah, there. So that's where it was missing to. It was literally just gone, rotten. But apart from that, I will show you in a second. Let's bump up the brightness. This is what it looks like. Now, tailgate, sadly, quite rusty, so had to be removed, and we've got a spare one in there. This had a previous repair on this quarter panel, which I'm not I mean, it's good, but I'm not fully happy with. So what I'll go is I will grind this all the way back down to bare metal and seal it properly this time. As you can see, it's starting to bubble a bit. It's not rustic yet, but better do it now instead of doing it late. As you can see, that's where it's been welded. So I'll make sure to straighten this, tidy this up, weld it properly, and then grind it down, make it nice and pretty. Considering this quarter panel has been replaced, it's actually not too bad. As you can see, it's not too rusty in there. It's nice and clean. It's now back on some factory 18s. Just for the time being of me prepping and painting, I don't want to get any overspray on the wheels I got for it, which I'll show you in a second. These are 79 series wheels, which are ET0. That means they will sit really nicely under the arches of a 100 series. Because the 79 is solid axle, they are a bit narrowed down. Compared to the 100, which has a solid axle in the back, but has IFS in the front, and that makes it poke out a bit more. Anyway, I've got these for an amazing deal. They're fitted on the BFGs that I bought with the car, and here I've got some shiny skid plates. This is the one that I already had fitted, and then behind it it's the new one that still needs to be fitted. But we'll get to that once this actually gets fully finished underneath. I mean, these need to come out so I can remove these, because there is a screw somewhere in there underneath that glass that holds this full trim in. So I'll have to remove the vents, remove the windows, remove the lower tailgate, and while I'm at it, I may actually cover these holes here as well, which have been previously drilled, and someone used wood screws to hold the plates in, which I'm not a big fan of. This is the factory silver. This is what it should look like. It's a shame though, because this has been previously repainted as well when I fitted this quarter panel in. It's actually a really good job. You can see it's a bit better than the one I did on the other side, but this wasn't done in, let's say, 3 days like I did it, because I was rushing to get a car actually in one piece to go to Italy. So there is a bit of paint blistering there. There is a bit of a dent in there. This is out of a car that's being broken for parts. This has an ashtray, and mine's been missing the ashtray for ages. So that's why I decided to go back and keep this for myself. And while I'm at it, I might convert these to USBs just for the sake of it, because I'm not really, this is a cigarette lighter, but this actually is a good socket. It's 120 watts maximum, which is a decent output, but I'll just convert it to USBs. Is another thing I'm quite excited to get fitted, because it's a TRE switch panel. It's already been unboxed, so I already had a quick look at it, but it comes with 2 controllers. One of them is wireless, and it comes with a magnetic plate. If I ever want to fit this anywhere and remove it out of the car, let's say I have a winch and I'm going to be out of the car for whatever reason, I can use this. Now the idea is it comes with a lot of options. So you can choose rear lights, front lights, spotlights, fridges, whatever you want running at that point. And then you've got another one that can be wired in directly. My whole idea with this was to make sure I get it fitted in there, because this fits bang on in there. So I am thinking of using the wireless one for that exact reason. At the front, we got some new recovery points. These are heavy duty compared to factory. They can take up to 5 tons.